Guys, I want to make an Igbo delicacy called Ora soup. So this is the leaf, very fresh, very fresh. This is the leaf, very fresh. So I want to make the soup right now. So guys, let's make the soup together. And one thing I don't like about this soup is because it is too stressful. It takes a lot of time to to prepare all the things that the soup needed. So that's why I make this ora soup once in a while, not is once in a while, because of the stress. So I'm going to start by washing my proteins, all the proteins that I'll be using for the soup. So guys, I've been soaking this meat for more than 30 minutes now with salt, because immediately I came back from the market, because I did not have my bath in the morning before going to the market. So immediately I came back from the market, I have to soak the meat, because I don't just wash my meat like that. If I want to cook meat, I'll first of all use salt. I will use salt to soak it, so that by the time I want to wash it, it will help to bring out the blood. I don't like seeing blood in a meat. I make sure I hate it. I don't like seeing blood in a meat. I like all the blood. Even if all the blood will not come out, at least let most of the blood comes out. So that is who I am. And another thing again, when I'm washing my meat, when I want to buy meat, I'm always careful. I make sure those parts that contains fats, I will tell them I don't want it. I will look for the part that contain less fat and buy. So because when you look at this meat very well now, you see that it doesn't contain much fat. I don't like buying fatty meat. So while washing it, I will also take my time to make sure, should in case there's any part that contain hidden fat that I did not see, I will remove it. I will remove it. If not for my children, I will not be buying, because for like how many years I became a vegan, a mini vegan. I don't eat beef, but I eat fish and chicken. I practiced that for years, but for the past 2 years, nah, guys, I don't know. I fell out of the track. I started eating beef, started eating most of the things that I don't eat, which I promised myself that this 2025, I want to go back. I want to go back to be eating right. I don't want to be eating beef, because if you are having BP, our advice is to stay away from eating beef. Eat less salt. So let me quickly wash the meat. I also bought shaki. Let me quickly wash the meat. I also bought shaki and intestine. I'm not even putting hot water on fire that I'll use and wash my stockfish. But I've already parboiled my cocoyam. Let me wash my shaki. Things are so expensive in Nigeria. Just look at shaki of 3,000, very small. God help us in this country to eat food now. Both poor man and average man and rich men, I don't know. People are going through hell in this country. Things are too expensive. Yes, but let me quickly wash. The meat is properly washed, so I'm just spicing it up with onion, seasoning cube, and salt. Then I'm going to allow it to cook before adding any other stuff that needed to be added, to make the soup to taste delicious as a local delicacy, Igbo delicacy. Wow, 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 wow. So this is what I'm going to use as a thickener for the ora soup, and this is the major reason why I don't like making this soup. It is called cocoyam. Cocoyam. So I've already cooked it. I want to pound it. After pounding it, I'll pound my pepper. There's no light. So even if there's light, I don't want to blend my pepper. I want to use mortar and blend and pound my pepper, because this is a local soup, a local delicacy. So we are going to prepare, I'm going to prepare it in a local way. You see this pounding of head, and my children so much love this soup, but the stress of making this soup. So I'm just taking my time to pound the cocoyam, and I'm doing it batch by batch because the cocoyam are plenty. I can't put everything at once, so I'll just peel few cocoyam and put in the mortar, pound it, remove it, then just batch by batch like that. I'm done pounding the cocoyam. Right now I am pounding my yellow pepper. You see, this yellow pepper will take the soup to another level. It helps to make the soup to be spicy. I would have used another color of pepper, like our normal red pepper, our regular red pepper, but the yellow pepper is what will make the soup to be spicy, and the soup need to be spicy. That's why they called it ora soup. So my meat is done, so I just added oil, allow it to cook for some minutes. Now it is time to add my yellow pepper. This pepper is very, 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 very spicy, so if you don't like your food to be spicy, don't put too much. But I love my soup to be spicy, and my kids also love spicy soup, so that's why I'm adding a lot of pepper in this soup. And you can see that brownish stuff on top of the pepper. It is called mkpuru oziza. I don't really know the botanical name. That one is also spicy. So combining the mkpuru oziza and the yellow pepper is going to make the soup to be very, 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 very spicy. So it is time to add crayfish. This crayfish also serve as seasoning cube, so, and it's going to really give taste to the soup. So I just add some few scoop of crayfish in my soup. So I'm just stirring it so that everything will marinate with each other very well. So I'm going to also use this particular stuff. This is the major spice for this soup. If you are making this soup and you are not going to add this stuff here called I've forgotten the name, ogiri, sorry, called ogiri, that means you are not making ora soup. This is what really the major ingredient in ora soup. So I'm going to use three wrap of this. You know the way they tied it, it looks big, but by the time you bring out the inner one, it just contain a little, you can see just very little. So that's why I bought the three, and each of this is 200. So I'm going to add it in the soup because I want the taste of this ogiri to really come out in this my soup, because that is what will really bring out the the taste of this soup. So I'm just adding the three wrap. So after I'm just adding the three wrap, I've opened the first one, I've opened the second one, this is the third one. So you know, as I said, this is a local Igbo delicacy. So everything in this uh that all the ingredients in this soup are all native so um after adding it, I will mix everything together so that the ogiri will dissolve. So I'm going to allow it to cook. So it is time for me to add my cocoyam, my pounded cocoyam. This is going to serve as thickener. You can see that the soup is very watery right now. So by the time I'll add it, I'm gonna cover it and allow the pounded cocoyam to dissolve. So by the time the pounded cocoyam dissolve, is gonna help the soup to thicken up. And for this soup, you can use palm fruit, but I don't have strength for palm fruit. You can use, I don't have strength to come and cook the palm fruit, sit down and pound it and extract the juice to use it to make this soup. I don't have strength for that. So that's why I use um palm oil. But if you want to use palm oil, make sure that the palm oil you are using is organic palm oil, not adulterated palm. So the cocoyam has dissolved, and you can see that the soup has thickened up. This is it. This is the work of using cocoyam as a thickener. It has helped my soup to thicken up. I'm almost done with this. So just to add my vegetable, ora leaf and oziza leaf. So I'm almost done with making this soup. So I'm almost done, just adding my vegetable. Almost done, almost coming to the end of making this ora soup. Before I will make this type of soup again, is going to take time. My best soup so far is afang soup. I've added the oziza leaf and the ora leaf. So I'm using my wooden spoon, to stir everything so that everything will mix together. Then I will cover it and allow it to cook a little bit, because I don't want to overcook my vegetable. I want my vegetable to still remain green. So my soup is done. Doesn't I'm done with this soup. Like, I'm done with this soup. So I'm going to take it off the fire and make garri fufu for my children. I will be eating my plantain fufu that I made few days ago. So I'm done with this soup. My soup is ready. I'm gonna take it off the fire, because if you leave it, if you still do not take it off the fire, it will overcook. So I'm making garri. If you want your garri to really come out very well, like semo, just boil hot water. Use your pot and boil hot water. When the hot water boils, just add your garri and turn it until it becomes fufu, garri fufu. if you do your garri this way, you really love it, because it's going to be like fufu, so smooth and very easy to swallow. So I'm done with all the I'm done with the making soup, and I'm almost done with the making garri. So we are going to use this as our lunch. Though in as much as me I've not eaten, because I'm fasting, some I'm trying to take away some few kgs present from my my present weight. I don't like what I'm weighing right now, because I've been eating. I've been eating so much junk. So it is time to take off some kgs. So I've been fasting. This is about 2 p.m. or so. I've been fasting. I've not eaten anything. So, and I'm not going to eat this garri with them, because for now I want to be on a low carb. I don't want to be eating high carb food. It's not as if the garri is bad, but today I don't want to eat garri, because I have my plantain fufu that I made few days ago, and I want to eat it. So I'm going to, because they are quite small, I'm going to just take like 2 wrap from out of the plantain fufu and eat. So that is it, and this is my own portion of food. This is what I'll be eating: my oran soup and my 2 wrap of plantain fufu. So this is my own food, and I'm going to use it to break my fasting, because I've not eaten. I'm done. Thank you. Subscribe.